You guys want to figure? Got some extra paintbrushes, guys. You want to come on in and help me paint? Back on this little bathroom here. Yeah. Got me an old used piece of trim there. It's going to look better than just caulking the wall, so we're going to put a little piece of trim along that. Yeah, this is that soft white wood, so you can just kind of use a knife for this. And just go along. I won't nail that on because it's not really necessary. I'm going to glue it on. So just a little bead of caulk on the back of that. Just fold it up into place. Here. Fine. These nails have their own tops on them, so it won't slide off too easy. Just get them laying flat. Make sure you use stainless steel nails if you have them. Get a little piece cut for down there at the end. Take your little piece of sandpaper, clean up this end. You want to put like just a little bevel on it so it looks nice and clean. And just clean up the back so it sits flat. And then once on it's flat, there you go. Go through the trouble of caulking it. Go through the Alrighty. It's a whole lot better, huh? Not super fancy, just nice and simple. Keeps the water out. Ooh, it's a hot one today. Got no shirt on. I'll spare you the view. Degrees done. Let's see how nice these little rollers do on these cabinets. Nice smooth coat. Don't put too much on it. Take your time. Try to rush through it. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up and paint. See one right here. I don't know what it is. Somebody might have tried to, I bet they tried to put shelf paper on these doors too, guys. That's gotta be what it is. Just a residue of the shelf paper sticking to it. It's taking some of the surface, making it stand up like air. You just want to get your little scraper out. Sometimes you gotta do this kind of stuff. See, it had it all around the edges. So I've sanded the top of this one. I'm gonna sand this one here. See that edge? It's rough. It's not wood. It's the glue that's left over from whatever laminate they peeled off of the cabinet doors. See, not even 5 minutes with some sandpaper. Smooths everything out, makes everything look nice. These are the steps that people who don't care don't take. Here, cut this in. And after I get this cut in this time, I'll let it dry and I'll come back with some caulk and a little bit of putty and fill any these little holes and stuff. Get up in here. I'm gonna end up having to paint the window because they already painted the window. So let's just paint the window. Once somebody paints it, you gotta keep painting it every time you paint a different color. It's just the way of the world. Get that up in there. You know, I'm also gonna come back and caulk around here. You know, caulk all the things that need to be looking good. And then that next coat of paint will cover all of that up. But for now, like I said, don't worry about getting paint on the window. You can scrape it and then it'll look perfect. Paint right up onto the glass. Run this along back here. Yes, come around the window here. Making it look a little better. Once we get that coat of paint on, we can come back and hit that with the caulking. And then in between the first and second coats. So that's kind of how you do it. Here, fill it in with paint. Might have to come back and caulk it even, but this way you know it's going to look good when you scrape it. It'll always look white. I think I'll end up putting a bead of caulk around that. Because people don't know how to mask things properly, and then when they peel it, when you're using latex paint and you're using masking tape, the masking tape will peel that latex paint off in a heartbeat. Latex paint doesn't really cure and get hard for. Don't waste your paint. Every little bit you got left, don't pour it out. Put it right back into the tub here that you use for your cut in. That's why I've got this here. The sink running make me have to pee. And just let that sit there and dry. Cover that up. This spot I want to hit, and then I'll be done for the day. That's a lot better. Use the last little bit of paint in my tray. And that'll do it for today. See it. One coat down. Alrighty then. Got all our cutting done in here. Around the shower. There. All along up there. Got a coat of paint and a coat of primer on all the cabinets. Right there and there. And there and there and here and there. Did a little bit of rolling on these walls in between where the roller won't fit with my little roller. Cut in all along there. Around the door. Cabinet that we did. Once that caulking dries, I have to say goodbye to the spiders for the day. See you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna get some rain, hold down the fort.